my daily walk. I have a calendar where I'm marking days off that I walk. So I want to get a good habit of it going. So what's up? Welcome to my channel. Nicole, and this is Discovering Nicole. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been sober since January, since July 13th of 2015. And here on this channel, I like to document my life, things that I do, and just stuff like that. And so at this moment in time, I'm going to be documenting a lot of healthy changes in my life. Hey, Ange, because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow to get checked out and to start the process of finding out if I'm diabetic. Also to start the process of getting my blood pressure, heart rate, and blood sugars all in check, because I am a 41-year-old female. I'm 5'5", and I weigh 210 pounds. I also shot drugs for about 20 years. So that fucked up my whole shit. But I am trying to make changes in my life because I don't want food to take me out, okay? I shot drugs up for years. And the irony of this whole situation is that food might be the very thing that ends my fucking life if I don't get my shit together. So that's what we were doing. Hey, thanks, Ange. I appreciate you, babe girl. And I'm glad you're doing good. I'm so proud of you too. So let me turn the camera around. There you go. So y'all can see the beautiful day. And we are going to get to talking. So a couple disclaimers. I'm obviously not a doctor. Okay, if you're coming here to correct me on things that I say about my own story, go somewhere else. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing with you guys some things that I've been struggling with, and I'm trying to fix those things. The other day, I had some woman in my comment section talking about, stop giving out misinformation. And I was like, what are you talking about? You told people that pre-diabetic is 200. I said, no, I didn't. I don't know what I said. I said I might be pre-diabetic, maybe. I said, I'm hoping I'm not diabetic. But this person's like listen to me. When I'm talking about these things, I'm talking about these things in layman's terms. I don't know nothing about nothing, okay? I'm not trying to teach people how to do anything. I'm just sharing with you guys some things that I've been struggling with and how I'm trying to make changes with those things. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're coming here to like listen to me talk and then pick apart what I'm saying, hey guys. And then, oh, thanks. I just wanted to get out of the way because I seen you working with the baby. Thank you. You know, if you're coming here to try and like correct what I say, get fucked. Get off my fucking shit. And then listen to me, guys. The girl was so mad because I just deleted the comment and blocked the lady that she sent her sister, dude, to come over and comment and say something to me. And I was like, you're so bent out of shape about a YouTube comment that you're sending your sister over here now? That is cray-cray. So, no, I didn't end up going on last night, y'all. I was so fucking tired. I fell asleep and I didn't wake back up until like midnight. So, well, just if you're in my Patreon, I'm going to go live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with patrons. And we're going to talk about maybe some changes, because now that it's winter time, I'm getting tired earlier, but we're going to talk about it. I think I might incorporate, instead of doing like movie night, instead of doing that, I think I might double down and do more of our Zoom meetings. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you guys actually get something out of that stuff, and you get to share and talk and all that stuff. But anyways, please, I am not a medical professional, you guys. I'm just a person sharing my experience. Okay, I'm a 41-year-old woman who is struggling with overeating, binge eating disorder. and weight gain, and it's starting to affect my health, and so I'm trying to fix it before it does. Okay, so yeah, you know, I fell asleep early last night, but I've been sitting thinking about it, and I'm like, I feel like talking and like actually interacting with each other is better anyway, and that's actually something that people get something out of, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm done with the disclaimer. I just wanted to say that, like, don't come here if you're trying to get information about diabetes, because I don't know shit. I'm just telling y'all that my blood sugar was really high, and I'm scared. I'm scared. Yay! Okay, good. I'm glad that y'all are, and that's for my patrons. So if you guys are in Patreon, we're just gonna fuck off on movie night and make it like a live stream or a meeting, so that way we can all hang out and talk. And now that I'm doing, like, this is not, so for years, y'all have watched me, like, for the last year, like, really flip-flop back and forth with my commitment to healthy eating and healthy living. This is not a game anymore, okay? This is not, oh, I'm gonna walk for a couple days and then I'm gonna quit, okay? This is serious, all right? My health is being affected, and I don't want to die early. I don't want to leave my son behind. And so this is really serious for me. It's not a joke. It's not something where I'm just like, oh, I gotta lose weight, you guys. Like, this is not even about that. This is about me. I have to lose weight because my body can't handle the weight that's on it, and it's affecting my heart and my blood and my everything. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, or at least in my experience, I have to have something like really serious happen to me for me to like realize that I need to make a change. I've been like this all my life. Some of you guys might be able to relate, you know? And so for the last probably 4 years, well, since about 2020, I've been like wanting to lose weight and wanting to change, but I would just say, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I would do it for a couple days, and then I would flake off, right? And I kept on using the excuse that, well, I'm okay. I'm still young. I'm okay. I'm still young. It's not that big of a deal, right? Well, now it is. It is a big deal, and it could really fuck me up. Like, I could have a heart attack out here walking right now, you know? So I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to leave my son behind because my ass couldn't stop eating, you know? So let me tell you what I've been doing. Y'all are going to be so proud of me. I already have, this is what the deal is. You know, I'm so fat that like I've already lost so much weight just in 3 days because I'm changing the whole way I eat. So listen to this. Friday morning, I woke up and I had low sodium turkey on a low carb tortilla with cheddar cheese, melted and dipped in my favorite spicy mustard. That was my breakfast. Then at lunch, I had a salad, and then at dinner, I had salmon. And when I tell you guys, it was fucking delicious. Okay, delicious salmon. So that was really good. Then yesterday, I had soup for breakfast. And you're probably going, soup? I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I wake up and my stomach is just, it feels funny. So yeah, I had soup and it was good. And it's low in sodium, and it's also like a light soup. So it like, you know, it makes you feel really full because it's hot, but it's also like not that much, you know? And I've been putting all of my calories into my Fitness Pal, y'all. And I put in my walks too into my Fitness Pal. I put everything into my Fitness Pal. So then at lunch Yesterday, I had smoked salmon on top of a Caesar salad, and it was delicious. Fucking delicious. Okay? Then at dinner, I made the whole family baked potatoes. Now, this was my one thing that was white that I had, was the baked potatoes. And I souped this baked potato up so good, y'all. It had margarine, salt, pepper, broccoli, steamed broccoli, Velveeta cheese, and I fucking mixed it all in, and it tasted so good. So it was a broccoli and cheese baked potato. Okay? And then I passed out early yesterday. And I walked for 45 minutes yesterday at like a high pace. So today I woke up this morning and I had soup for breakfast. Don't ask me why, okay? I don't know. I just like soup. And then today is my cheat day. So today we had pizza. I ordered pizza and I had 2 pieces of pizza and I put those into my calorie counter. And it says I have 150 calories left I can eat for today because I'm doing 1,200 calories a day. But that's why I said, oh gosh, I'm going to probably eat more than 150 calories for dinner. So I need to get out and do my walk so that way I can burn some calories. So that's what I'm doing. You don't have to eat seafood. You can eat chicken. I went ahead and so I ordered the really expensive packages of chicken breast where it's like 1 chicken breast can make 3 chicken breasts. So what I did was I prepped my chicken breast last week and I took each breast and I sliced it. I took my knife and I went in the middle of it, which turned it into 2 pieces of chicken breast. And then I went down each one of those and I made really thin sliced chicken breasts. So I have a whole bunch of those that are pre-seasoned and cooked already that I can throw on top of a bed of lettuce, that I can fucking eat with some broccoli, that I can snack on if I want to snack. And I have that all ready and on hand. Hey Nick, what's up? So I just know, I'm not making my brain think hard, okay? This is what I'm doing, okay? I'm still allowing myself to have carbs as a treat. So today was my treat day, and I got to have the 2 pieces of pepperoni pizza. Usually I would eat 4 pieces, okay? So just know that. I'm already making progress. And then, so in my everyday eating, I would always have bread or chips or noodles, pasta, rice, or potatoes with every fucking meal. So what I did to make this whole change easy on myself was I said, okay, I'm just going to take out those extra sides that I usually put in. Chips. So where I normally would put chips in my diet, I was like, okay, I'm going to turn everything into, let's go this way so I don't have to go around that thing. Instead of putting chips in my diet, I'm take the chips out and I'm going to turn the chips into cauliflower or carrots. So if I want to have my normal turkey Sammy for lunch with chips, instead of doing a turkey Sammy for lunch with chips, I'm doing a turkey Sammy on a lettuce boat instead of bread, with carrots and ranch to dip it in, and a big ass thing of water. That's my turkey Sammy meal instead of my turkey sandwich on bread with chips. Okay? Then normally for dinner, I would have this is right beside my house, so I could walk down here every day and get a tropical smoothie if I wanted. But anyway, for dinner, I would normally have something like chicken, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Chicken, mashed potatoes, corn, and biscuits. Something like that. So that way, instead of doing that, what I'm doing is I had my broccoli and salmon, chicken and salmon. I removed the potato and I removed the biscuit. And I can eat like 2 servings of broccoli and my breast, chicken breast, and I feel good. You know what I mean? And it's just steamed broccoli. Yeah, I mean, you could eat brown rice, I suppose. I'm not sure about if it's healthier or not. You guys, I really don't know. I just know for me, I was eating way too many rices, potatoes, and pastas and breads. So, I'm just not incorporating it. I'm still making it for my husband and my son because they love to have their mashed potatoes. But I'm not eating the mashed potatoes. And what I'm finding that since I've taken those sides out the last 3 days, when I eat my dinner or my lunch or whatever, I don't feel as tired after I eat. I don't feel as bloated. I was getting really bad headaches a lot. And all of this is a direct result of high blood pressure and blood sugar problems. So, yeah. Of course, if I really want to have like a rice or something like that, I'll have it and just have like a cup of it or a half a cup or a cup serving, you know. But another big thing that I was having issues with was portion control. So I ordered a scale off Amazon. It hasn't gotten here yet. But now I can weigh my meat out, like 4 ounces of salmon, 8 ounces of chicken breast, half a cup of this. And that way I know what I'm eating. Because the portions that I was eating were like, okay, let's see, like a portion size. I was eating 2 portions. Okay, so let's just say that. So instead of having a regular portion sized dinner, you could probably take my portions, split it down the middle, and give somebody else a whole dinner plate because I was eating such big portions, you know? So I was watching Jacqueline's journey, and I follow Jacqueline Hill over on Instagram. And I know a lot of people don't like Jacqueline Hill, but I think her losing weight is fucking so inspiring. And so I've been really tuning into that recently. And hey, what's up, Marky Mark? Thanks, babe. I've been really tuning into that recently about her weight loss, right? So today on Instagram, or yesterday, she uploaded this breakfast that she's been eating, and let me share it with you guys. So it's the Good Culture cottage cheese, like a cup of that, and then she boils an egg for 6 minutes and then places it in an ice bath. And she puts 2 boiled eggs on top of the cottage cheese with this crunchy chili sauce, avocado, and honey. And she said it is like delicious. It is like delicious. So I'm going to have to try that. And it gives you that kind of egg that when you cut into it, the yolk is runny. So I'll let y'all know. I might try it. But yeah, portion control is like a really big, important thing. And like, that's why I was struggling so much. Because, you know, eating the things I was eating wasn't like unhealthy per se. But, you know, now that I'm 41 and I'm not a young kid anymore, like eating all the bread and starches and stuff like that was having the opposite of a good effect on me, you know? So, because remember, you know, probably like 6 months ago, I turned my whole family's life around and we stopped eating out all the time. So we were eating out like 5 out of 7 days of the week. And so I was so proud of myself because I had stopped eating out. But, you know, and I was eating home cooked food. Yeah, home cooked food at double the portion size with a whole bunch of breads and pastas and potatoes. It's still not good either. Ah! So hard sometimes, you know? So, oh, look at the mushroom. It's been very challenging for me because I have always eaten big portions, you know? I haven't mashed the cauliflower. No, I haven't. I'll have to look it up and see how to do it. I've never done it either, but it looks good. Let's see how my walking is. I walked a big circle today. Normally I cut us off. Oh, good. I'm doing good. Walking. That's it. walking. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. And you know, like, it might not seem like walking is like a big deal, but it really is. I can come out here and walk and burn like 350 to 400 calories. So if you're thinking about it, if I'm trying to stay at 1,200 calories of food a day, having that extra 400 calories taken away opens up 400 calories that I can eat to that 1,200 calorie mark. You know what I mean? And so that is really a big deal. I just realized it because my boss, Miss Brewer, let me tell you all about Miss Brewer. She's so fucking cool. So I've been sober for 8 years. I met Miss Brewer in 2010, I think, when I started working for Kroger. Miss Brewer was head over all the delis inside of Kroger in our district. And she loved me. She loved me. I loved her because we were both like really outspoken ladies and really hard workers. And she noticed that about me, and I noticed that about her right away, because she's the kind of district manager who would get down in the motherfucking trenches with you. You know what I mean? And clean out the nastiest of the nasty fucking freezers and all kinds of shit. So I really liked her. So I worked for her for years. She took me to Memphis with her on this special work trip where I got paid like a bunch of money. She always just helped me so much. When I was in active addiction, she didn't fire me. She helped me get into treatment and helped me get help. She's just like super non-judgmental, you know? So Thursday, she called me Thursday night and she was like, hey, I've been thinking about you and I know you're struggling, and why don't we start walking together? Because she lives right down the street from me. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, hanging out with people in real life, it's a chore. It's a chore, you know? Like, I've gotten so used to being by myself, you know, that I normally kind of like run away from having to hang out with people in real life. But she was like, we can walk together and talk about, you know, life or whatever. And so I did what I didn't want to do, and I said, yes, I'll do it. So she meted me at my house on Friday at 8 a.m. and we went walking. And I'm so glad that I did it, because it helped me to get myself get started, you know, and stay consistent. So anyway, it's easy to, like, you know, not want to hang out or not want to be around other people, but I'm really glad that I did. Oh, hold on, I gotta pull my hair up. She wants me to go to church with her on Sundays also, so I might start doing that so Nate can have a church family. But we gotta take one thing at a time. One thing at a time, honey. I've gotten so used to being introverted and being at home by myself, you know, so it's difficult. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, and so I think that breaking myself in and doing these little walks with her, hey, Better Pill, is going to be great. So anyway, did you guys see the newest drama that's been going on? I can't talk about it a lot because I'm trying to be good. But did you guys see the texts that have been released? I was clutching my pearls, bitches. I'm trying to be good though. Oh yeah. Well, I still huff and puff, but like, I'm really carrying my weight in an area where I'm gonna huff and puff, You know, all my weight is in my midsection. So it really like bears down on me, you know? But I'm trying to do better. So that's all that matters. Ashley, I'm trying so hard to be good. I want to go on. The only thing that drives me insane about everybody talking about is that misled. Shout out to you, misled. You're getting on my motherfucking last nerve. She keeps on saying that I like hang out with JK and that we're friends. And I'm like, girl, I do not fucking talk to her. What the fuck? Why? Like, that's so much misinformation, dude. Don't be saying shit like that because it's not true. I can't stand her. You know? Clutching my opals, honey. But, like, you can talk about me all you want. You can make fun of me. You can take screenshots of my videos where my eyes are bugging out of my head. Here, I'll give you another one. Okay? I don't care. But, like, please stop telling people that I'm friends with JK when that's a fucking lie from the pit of fucking hell. Like, I don't care what people say about me. I don't care about y'all making fun of my weight. I don't care about y'all making fun of me. I don't care about you saying you don't believe me. I do not care. But at least be honest when you're telling shit, okay? Good, I'm glad, Allie. Me too. But I just had to say, I don't follow it, but somebody sent it to me, and I was just clutching my opals, honey. But what I have to say about it is, everybody told y'all that already. Like, who still believes that this girl is, like, in recovery? Who still believes that this person gives two shits about people in recovery? If you do, you're fucking behind, dude. You know? So, anyway, it's sad. The only thing I have to say about it, and then I'm not going to say nothing else, is that it's sad because in the text, it basically showed everything that we've all been talking about. And it's like, the people who are being affected by this greatly are the children. And that's all I got to say about it. But back to me now. I got my own drama in my life with my weight and my health. So that's enough drama for me to focus on for the rest of my life. Hey, Otis, you know, it is scary. It's a scary realization, you know, coming to terms with the fact that I've gotten heavy enough to where it's affecting my blood pressure, blood sugar, and things of that nature, you know. Oh, I want to steal this sign. Hold on, let's look, guys. No. Oh my God, a whole ass stop sign, y'all. If I was my young self, y'all, I would totally take that sign. I would take that sign and hang it up in my room, baby. You know what I'm saying? I will tell y'all a story. So back in the day when I was a kid and young, me and my best friend Leanne, we wanted a stop sign for her bedroom. And me, her, and me and my friends, the OSG, the Orange Street Gangstas, we all went and got this sign in the middle of the night. Oh my God, we were so scared, y'all. I thought for sure we were going to get arrested. But we got the sign for my girl's bedroom, and she was so happy. One time when I was with her, we were driving her car, and we were going so fast. We turned a corner, and we flipped her car, and it was on top of its hood, on top of the top of it. And it was not wrecked or anything. It just literally flipped. It was a Honda Civic, old one, the boxy shape. So we got out of the car. There's the three of us in the back seat, two in the front, and we rocked that bitch over on the other side and drove off. True story. Yes. You know. Yes. Stealing street signs was epic. But I'm serious, you guys. We flipped that thing all the way over back to where we could drive off. Okay? And I was like, woohoo! I was thinking about all the crazy stuff I used to do when I was a kid. And I was thinking about, like, what would I do if Nate did that kind of stuff, you know? How would I feel if Nate was still in stop sign? I would be so worried, y'all. I would be crying. One of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me when I was younger was I peed on myself in front of this guy. His name was Monster, and I had been like dating him for a while, but I was still like, you know, a young kid, so peeing in front of somebody on yourself is embarrassing as fuck. So we had been smoking blunts in the back of his truck, and he had an old Ford Explorer. But before he got his Ford Explorer, I will never forget, he had a serial killer van. But anyways, we were in the back of this Ford Explorer, and we had been smoking blunts. Dun, dun, ding, dun, dun, ding. Who got the weed? I got the weed. And I would smoke, and then I would become like the comedian of the whole group, right? Well, I had everybody laughing, and then I started laughing really hard. And next thing I know, I was laughing, and I go, I'm peeing! And from that day forward, Monster, Angela, Jamie, Patrick, they all called me PP at school. That was my nickname, PP. Yeah, Monster. Why they call him that? You want to know why? Because he had a big dick. His real name was Clarence. Clarence. Oh God, when I tell you guys, is that a fucking dollar right there? Show is. That's money right there, honey. That's money. Good luck. Oh, my ankle hurts, y'all. Got me $1. What if it was $100, dude? That would have been bomb. Yeah! It's a good walk. It's a good luck walk today. Well, I'm right in front of the school, so I bet you some kid dropped it. You know, these damn kids these days. Some little rich kid dropped it. I used to smoke so much weed in high school, dude. Like, I don't even know how. Dude, I smoked a lot of fucking weed. I was always smoking. Smoking Chiba, smoking. By my best friend Jerry, he drove a white Toyota Corsica, okay? And he would pick me up because he had to, because I fucking wrecked my car. So I had a car for like 10 months and wrecked it. So my dad was like, fuck you, you ain't getting no more cars. So my best friend Jerry, he's gay. He used to pick me up every day in his Toyota Corsica. And I'm telling y'all, we would listen to Project Pat. Wanna be a baller, shot collar, 20-inch blades on the Impala. Collar, getting laid tonight. On the way to school every day. Or we would listen to whoop whoop chicken whoop whoop chicken head, boy please, whatever. And we had the most fun. Oh, hey Kelly. Yeah, I heard about them doing that for Luke. That's awesome. I don't know what time it was at. Did it already happen? I know aren't they on East Coast time? Some trolls tried to like act like I did something to Luke to make him, have what happened. And I'm like, y'all got me fucked up, because I was nothing but straight up with him, and we were actually really friends who talked on the phone. And anything I ever said about Luke's addiction and recovery, I said to his fucking face. Anytime. Okay, I told him I was scared for his life. That's the last conversation we had on the phone, was how afraid I was for him, because I was afraid, and rightfully so. People are disgusting, dude. People are so disgusting on YouTube. I mean, like, what they don't understand is, like, they only see what goes on YouTube, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like the day Luke posted that video where he was like, discovering Nicole wants me to stop talking. He literally called me, you guys. And he was like, I used your name for clickbait. And I'm like, okay. But you guys don't know that. So people would go online and be like, oh my God, did you see what Nicole said? Oh my God. Idiots. But yeah, people tried to like say that I made him do that, and that's my fault. Look, see what you did? Honey, go find somebody else to blame, because it sure ain't fucking my fault. I tried everything I could to get his ass to realize what he was doing was making mistakes. Kevin did a really good live stream on his channel, Kicking Addiction, and he said a lot of shit that I believe, which is, number one, jumping off of Suboxone and benzodiazepines at the same time or close together is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. And anybody who does that, anybody would tell you that. A doctor, anybody. And at the end of the day, what happened is super unfortunate, but it could have been prevented. It could have been prevented if he had the proper care. And I just believe that he was forced into his situation. And I believe he was in a situation where he was living at a sober living that didn't allow MAT. And I believe that was really hard for him. And I believe that him coming off of that and benzo was really hard for him. And he was struggling. So what I say when I see people that are going through it like that, when I tell you need to stop talking and focus on your sobriety, it's not because I'm trying to be mean to you. It's because I'm trying to help you. If you're struggling, the people, you need to be looking for a lot of help. And that's what I try to help people. But people don't want to listen. People want to do their own thing. I get it. Okay? But I will die on this fucking hill. Okay? I didn't get on social media until I was sober for over 2 years, y'all. Okay? I didn't start making YouTube videos until 2018. I got sober in 2015. Social media is brutal. And everybody wants to put their opinion on you. And so it can be really harmful for people in early recovery. You know what I'm saying? Are these cabbages? I wonder. He was a friend of mine on YouTube. He had a channel about his life and addictions and his recovery. He passed away 2 weeks ago, I think, from substance use disorder. But it's really important to just focus on your sobriety. And that's not me trying to be mean. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Hold on. Wee-hee. Okay, I'm doing good. So, anyways. Yeah, he used to be on Suboxone. I had him on my channel as a guest also. But I understand that people are sad, but you don't blame somebody's relapse on other people. At the end of the day, we choose what we do with our bodies. Okay? Nobody's ever responsible for somebody else's relapse, you know? I mean, unless you held that person down and injected them with drugs, you know? I'm mourning the loss of him as well as everybody else is, you know? And I'm such a helping person that I keep on telling myself I didn't do enough for him. I should have done more. And I keep on having to correct myself and go, no, Nicole, no, you did. You kept calling him. You kept trying to talk to him about the situation. You can't talk to somebody who don't want to listen to you. You can't make them do something that they don't want to do. You know? So. Absolutely. It's very admirable. Very. What I loved about Kevin's video that he did was, hold on, I'm gonna pull my hair up, was that he showed some of the live streams with him and Luke, where Luke was telling everybody that he had relapsed. And he hadn't told anybody that. This is probably from like a couple months ago or whatever, 6 months ago. And he hadn't told anybody that, and he was getting honest on Kevin's channel and telling everybody that he had relapsed. And then another thing that I liked about Kevin's video was that, you know, he brought up some really good points, like when people say things like, oh, I told my doctor I wanted to taper, but he wouldn't let me. Well, if you were struggling to stay sober while you were on Suboxone, why in God's green name would you think that fucking your doctor would let you taper? Do you understand? Why? That would be like me coming on here and saying, I went to the doctor and I'm diabetic, and I came back 3 months later and my blood sugar is even higher, but the doctor won't let me off this insulin. Now, does that make any fucking sense to y'all? You know? So there needed to be more help for him and people that were helping him stay accountable. And the treatment centers around here and everywhere. All these treatment centers are trying to push you guys to get off your Suboxone and shit, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Because if you guys are on Suboxone or you're on methadone, guess what you're not doing? You're not going in and out of treatment. You're not going back and forth to rehab. You're staying stable and you're staying sober. So all these treatment centers that say that they're MAT friendly, and then you get there and 2 weeks after you got there, they're pushing you to get off your Suboxone. Fuck them motherfuckers. You know? And that's what I keep seeing with like so many people, you guys. Like I'll share an example with you guys of a friend of mine. Her name's Brandy. She has a daughter named Brooke. I made a video about her a couple months ago because her daughter was missing in Maryland because she left the rehab. So she went to this treatment center called Maryland Addiction Recovery, and they told the mom and Brooke that they were MAT friendly, that she could remain on her Suboxone treatment. Well, she gets there, and after a month of being there, they tell her she has to jump off her subs. Okay, so she gets off Suboxone, and she ends up running away from the treatment center because they cannot even help her. They're not helping her with her withdrawal. They're not medicating her, nothing. So she runs away from the treatment center. And rightfully so. You would too if you were going through Suboxone withdrawal, you know? It's because all these professionals, you guys, are brainwashed by Alcoholics Anonymous. It's because Bill W. brainwashed everybody. Meanwhile, Bill W. was taking psychedelics, dude. Oh my God. When I tell you guys, it cannot be more of a fucking the hypocrisy of Bill W. The hypocrisy of it all. Okay? So Bill W. created Alcoholics Anonymous and started helping people, blah, 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 blah. Well, Bill W. was struggling after years of sobriety. Okay, he was still fucking depressed. He was still miserable. He was still a womanizer, cheating on Lois and having sex with all these different women, 13th stepping them, all this bullshit. And so that motherfucker starts taking LSD. LSD. Having a spiritual experience with LSD. And he wanted to put that in the big book, but they wouldn't let him. You know, so that's what they teach us in all these treatment centers, you guys. They teach all of you guys abstinence only recovery. Which, if you can get sober without having to take medication, do it. I would rather somebody not have to take anything, right? Because, I mean, why not? But if you're like me and you've tried to get sober 10 times in and out of rehab, and you get on medication and then you can maintain sobriety, then fucking do it. Fuck what other people think or say. Yeah, the 12 steps help change your life, right? I love working the 12 steps, but it's what the whole program has morphed into, which is just a bunch of people in there who like think that they're superior or holier than thou, right? And that's what makes it so fucked up, is this like a narrative that they push about abstinence only recovery, which most people can't even achieve. Because let's get right down to the nitty gritty. Okay? If you have to take medication for your mental health, that's not abstinent. That's taking medication. That's changing the chemistry of your brain, right? And so who is really abstinent? Who is not taking anything? Okay? Who isn't? If you're taking heart medication, that's a medication, right? There's a doctor on TikTok. His name is, God, what's his name? I gotta show y'all his account. But he's really cool, and he talked about it the other day. He was like, "Who is not taking medication?" Like, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, even me, I still take my Subox. You know what I mean? Woo! Okay, y'all, let's see what we got. I did my steps, which is 6,000 steps is what I have this thing set to. I need to set it for higher, though. So I can do 10,000. Hey, y'all. Good afternoon. But I need to set it for 10K. That way I can push myself the extra 4,000 steps, you know? But I'm just saying, like, just with medication in general, like, if you got to take medication, don't be ashamed. You know, a lot of us have to take medicines, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you know that down here where I live, there are sponsor families who will fire you if you're on mental health meds? Like, that's still happening. Like, what? That's why I don't fuck with that shit no more. I do my own thing. I really like MARA, which is Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. It's a really good program. Also, if you guys aren't a part of MARA, you should join, because on New Year's Eve, is it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? One of the two, or maybe both, we have a 24-hour meeting. That is 24 hours long. And people get on, and every hour on the hour, somebody different runs the meeting. So it's really cool. It's really, really cool. I might see if I can be one of the people to run the meeting this year and tell my story again on there. But for so many years, I was so ashamed, you know, because everybody told me being on Subox was horrible and I shouldn't be on it. And I'm just so glad I didn't listen to them fuckers. Oh, cool. Subox is great. I wonder where this little road goes to. They just bulldozed that down recently. Okay, let's look. Oh, it goes back to my mother-in-law's house. My mother-in-law lives back there. We could literally take this road straight to her house. Subox is great. And just my 2 cents. If you're trying to get on Sublocade to get off Suboxone, make sure that you don't keep supplementing Suboxone. Because I had a story time a week or two ago from somebody on TikTok. Their goal was to use Sublocade to get off Suboxone. And their doctor also prescribed them Suboxone so that they could make the transition, but they never stopped taking the Suboxone. So remember, if you're using it to get off Suboxone, keep that at the forefront of your mind. Just my 2 cents. You saw that, Ashley? Yeah, don't. Once you get on the Sublocade and you're balanced out, get rid of that Suboxone. I was on the phone with Dr. B this morning because we were talking about some stuff from social media, and I was talking to him about my weight and about my medication, my Lexapro Wellbutrin, and he was telling me, he said, how long did it take you to get off of it? I told him, well, about 4 months. But I had really not any withdrawal. Hey, Shauna. And Dr. B was telling me that he has this guy who had the opposite effect. This guy got off of Wellbutrin, like from another doctor, and now he's struggling with like akathisia, all the bad things, not wanting to live, suicidal ideations, like not being able to get out of bed, bedridden from coming off of Wellbutrin. And I told Dr. B, I said, I'm going to tell you straight up what got me through coming off of 2 medications at the same time was my fucking mindset. My mindset, you guys. If you're not in the right headspace to do something, don't attempt it until you're in the right mind space. And let me explain to you what I mean. Okay? I'm back at my house. I am constantly telling myself how I can do anything I put my fucking mind to. I'm constantly building myself up, telling myself that I'm amazing, telling myself that I got this. I'm pushing myself. Like my mindset is on positive times 1,000. And if I didn't have that shit, I wouldn't have made it. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. Even when I don't feel like I'm positive, even when I don't feel like I can do it, I tell myself I'm doing it. No one wants Suboxone. So your mindset and the way you think about yourself and the way you think and see life will have an impact on your success. So if you're in a state of mind where you're like, I can't make it another day, my life sucks, that's not the time for you to try to come off. You need to step back and reevaluate and restart and get your mind right. I'm so serious, y'all. The mind is so fucking powerful. The mind is so powerful, y'all. Bye, Beth. You got to have that right mindset. Whew. Same goes with tapering on methadone or anything. Your mindset has to be right. You got to have the right state of mind. Oh, mercy. I made it. I'm dying. Woo! I made it, Dad. I made it. What are you watching? Okay. I'm going to go have a heart attack now. Love y'all. All right, bye.